Hi, and welcome back to your weekly Oracle reading with Katie VanZeeland. This reading is for the week of February 15th to February 21st, 2016. And this week we're using Doreen Virtue's Messages from Your Angels Oracle deck. The deck has been cleared. We're asking that infinite love, Creator, Source, Angels, guide and empower this message for our highest good and greatest joy. Lots of them. Okay, so we have a star. And she's saying you deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. And then we have Archangel Uriel. And he's saying your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. So we are being told that we really are in alignment and receiving what exactly that we're desiring and what we are calling to us, and to not shoot short on that. Really open up and allow your heart to expand bigger than you could ever imagine, and realize that you can really have whatever it is that you desire. To really shoot for bigger and better. And a lot of times we get caught up in details on that. So what I'm hearing is for us to focus on the feeling of what we're striving for, what we're desiring. What does that feel like? Can you take out any details that try to fill in when you do that, and really allow the feeling to get bigger and bigger? What does it feel like to have all your desires met? How do you feel each day, each step, each breath? So really tuning into that, feeling into that this week, because they're there and our desires are within reach. And it's just time to really expand what that may feel like within. We limit ourselves with the details, our human details squash the vastness that wants to come to us. So get quiet, breathe, and allow yourself to feel into what it is that you are wanting to feel each day, each moment. Okay? So, and I'm hearing real strong that no compromising. Don't compromise what it is that your heart is desiring. Really allow that to keep expanding, allow your heart to keep expanding, and don't compromise thinking, well, this is good enough. Because if you're even having that thought, it's not good enough. It's not what you truly desire. And your self-worth and self-esteem aren't up to par with what is in alignment with your truth, your divine, godly self. So play with that. And we have Archangel Uriel, such an amazing angel. And I love that we pulled Archangel Uriel out of that deck, because there's only one Archangel Uriel in that deck. And this month I'm studying with some other friends, Archangel Uriel. So I love that he's being pulled out of this deck as well. And he's saying your emotions are healing. So whatever it is that you're going through, whatever there is room for forgiveness, or if you have anger moving through, any emotions that are just moving through, allow them to move through your healing right now. And this is going to allow you to open up to greater love. And that greater love truly stems within yourself and your connection to Creator. But ultimately, then that affects all your relationships as well. You're opening up to greater love within your relationship or within a new relationship. But ultimately, what we want to focus on is that relationship with ourselves. That love we have for ourselves, the love and compassion we have for ourselves, which most of us struggle in that area. I would say probably all of you. We can be loving and compassionate for most other people most of the time. But when it comes to ourselves, that is a little bit more of a struggle. So call in Archangel Uriel, and he's reminding us that our emotions are healing. Allow the anger, the sadness, the frustration to move through. And we're working on releasing unforgiveness from our minds and our hearts. Okay? And even if you feel like you've forgiven and you don't have any resentment, maybe there's something in there. So if something's coming to you when we're talking here, or when you're listening here today, maybe there's something there that we need to just look at and ask Archangel Uriel to bring it to the surface and allow it to move, and allow compassion and love to fill your heart in place of unforgiveness and resentment. Okay? All right. So powerful. And we are going to pull a card from the Fifth Agreements. I feel it. Okay. And this says, I do not believe my own story. Not believing myself is a huge advantage because most of what I learned is not the truth. I use the power of doubt to challenge every message that I deliver to myself. And that is so powerful. We tell ourselves lies all the time, and we live in an illusion a lot of the time. So to question and to use discernment with what you're saying to yourself is so important. Don't believe your own story, especially if it brings your vibration down. That's probably not a true story. We've learned a lot of untruths in our lives, and we're trying to unlearn those so we can come back to truth, come back to love, come back to God. So question your story, use discernment. That's huge. That's a really challenging practice, but I think we can do it. So be aware of that this week. Question your stories that you tell yourself. All right, and we are going to pull a crystal card because I'm having fun with it. We'll see what crystal wants to be played with this week if you want to play with crystals. Here it is. Nope, that's not it. All right. Oh, so we have black tourmaline. And it's very grounding, protecting, and calming, which is awesome. It deals with your root chakra. And the affirmation we have is, I am protected on all levels, which is huge, as you are maybe having some emotions and feelings that you're working through as you forgive, to be reminded that we're protected and we're safe and everything is okay. A lot of times these emotions or these feelings of anger or resentment stem from not feeling safe or protected, if we really were to dig into it. So black tourmaline is a great crystal to play with this week as we are reaching for the stars and not settling and not compromising, knowing that we're safe and protected as we allow these emotions and feelings and maybe anger or resentment or whatever feelings that need to be moved through, and know that we are opening to even greater love. So have fun with this week. I hope you have an amazing week, and I can't wait to see you next week.